love bugs. It's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. Many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're up telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos give good vibes that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath that may be going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even so purposes, or just needing spiritual guidance, go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share in the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly, truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, the hardest walk can lead to the greatest destination, and the toughest climbs can lead to the best views. And it's true, because a lot of times, when we're on our journey of creating a new version of ourselves, that mess can get really crazy. It just seems like the people that you constantly supported, or you were that one that anytime something happened, you were that reliable one. They can rely on you. But when things came in a whole new different, in a whole new different direction, and when you were of need of that, and these are the things that's creating something of a new for you in better ways, where a lot of times you're going to have to walk alone, even though it's different between you being lonely and being alone. Because it's like alone, we're never alone in this world. We got, our ancestors, our guides, God, universe, even, people we don't even know. I don't want to say people because they're entities that are protecting and watching over us, guiding us towards different things in our lives. If you go through a lot of stuff, there'll be certain things that lead you, to different things to give you that uplift into your life, what you need to remind yourself for, where it reminds you of your destiny, being able to trust what you haven't yet been able to see yet. All these different things is taking place into your life that create better for you. A lot of times it's like, I felt like as soon as I started my path of purpose, with my truth and, traumatic situations, that I had to really allow myself to breathe in. And it was really hard to digest that. I was choking on it many a days, went through a nervous breakdown, and it just felt like I was so long, because it's like everybody fell, and serve their purpose into your life. Now it's time for you to do on a different journey. Your life ain't going to be like it was before. You're creating something that you have never been able to actually see that would be taking place, that I got a future for you for. And, and a lot of things that, we face on a day-to-day basis, it brings people in and out of your life. You have to learn life lessons, and it can be the toughest climb. There's different things where you just get frustrated because it's like, number one, it's taking too long for you to manifest something, or it's hard for you to believe into yourself or believe what universe and God has promised you. You feel like, it's lying. But a lot of times, they will put different obstacles in your way just to see how bad you really want to get to that part that you've been asking so hard for. Because a lot of times it's like, you will be talking to our friends, or you be talking to yourself like, I'm not going to allow myself to be mad at the people that really, that really did me dirty, especially if it's somebody that really did something that, you would have took them out for, and it was like, if I'm at that point where I'm in peace, that if they were to pop up today, I would still have that same energy I had before they, came to my attention. And God hear you when you talk like that. God hear when you talking to your friends and stuff like, girl, or dude, man, look, they did some stuff like that, but it was messed up. But I promise you, if I was to see him today, my energy wouldn't change. And just how, God be like, oh, you sure about that? Okay. And they may create something that unfolds that you may not even known about that took place with that person. Like you already had enough that could have caught them a whole fade in a couple of different directions for what they did, but God ends up revealing something else to you about yourself. And you have to understand a lot of people that we have met, well, all people that we have met, they're showing us different sides of ourselves that we really truly connect in that way. And a lot of times it's like, certain things will pop up and, different things will come up, or, that person will come up in your head you ain't even thinking about. Don't mean you thinking about them or you fixated on them. It could be that person that's just thinking about you like, dang, something could have came up and reminded them of you. And they know they could have really did something very, they knew they were doing something that was very foul. They went to the gut on you, on the things that they felt, and they realized like that, I really messed up a good friendship, or I really messed up a good partnership. Because there's different times in your life where you will have a lot of animosity towards people that you never felt like, I would have never did them that way. You have to understand, I have to tell myself and remind myself a lot of times, there's different things that you probably have done to other people that they probably saying the same thing to you. I was like, I would have never did them that way. I don't know why they would do me like that. I don't never have a heart like that. Now you're repeating that same sequence on people that you have hurt, that end up, there'll be a sequence that next thing you know, you've been hurt by situations like that. And you have to understand, they're showing you parts of yourself that you may not realize, the vibes that you may carry in those different things. And that can be the most hardest thing to digest. But it's just like, when you tell universe, it's like they'll instill something in your mind. Like, if this can give you a vision, you're a visionary, and they're telling you, if this is in your mind, if you're willing to stay, faithful to yourself, faithful to me, you don't know how much this can materialize into your own reality. This can become intuition for you if you allow yourself to stay consistent. Be faithful to me. Allow yourself to keep your mind on me. Thinking about different things that I'm instilling into you for you to create better for your life. And there'll be certain things that he'll hold back, until you get to that situation. And when you allow yourself to say, man, look, you just never know, I would do anything to get that. It's just like, oh, I envisioned that one time. And, I would do anything for that. And universe and God hears that you're willing to do anything. And you have to remember what you said now. You're willing to do anything. And so when you open that gate on saying that, God gonna put you through everything. It'll be certain times where you ready to just really go toe to toe with him. You'll be going off. There's a lot of times I don't went there, and I would get so angry. But then it was just like, he already where he need to be. He just trying to get you there, and that means you're going to have to go through a lot of daggone damage where, even if you didn't even do nothing, it's just going to come over and just knock on your door. Tragedy be coming in, and it come in full force with you. And it's just like, a lot of times we don't understand what that purpose is for until later on. We allow ourselves to get out that vibration. And a lot of times we have to stay consistent with things. If you need to go ahead and take a break, take that pause for that cause, you need to go ahead and do that. Reevaluate yourself. Get in solitude so you can keep away from distractions to stay focused on you, and that's what that 12-12-12 portal opened up for you, just to be able to see you're that visionary. And I'm creating a new billboard of an image that I want you to be able to create. I have a vision of you being a visionary of something totally different that you never knew you don't even have to qualify for it. But if universe got this for you, they're going to make sure that you can create it through the experiences you go through. And for that to happen, you going to have to go through. It's just like, it may feel like, they gave you like a book bag with cement blocks in them, and he telling you to climb Lake, be on Lake Rainier and go swimming, or going up, Mount Everest, just to go through that, with this block. But I want you to trust me that you're going to get up there. But all the rest of those bags that, that carries around, there's like that cement is your strength. That's it. Cement is your consistency, your motivation, your determination, your persistence, all that. But there's a lot of times we have these little baggages, that carries around people that hurt us, the things that we missed out on, or the things that we felt like, we deserve more of, or certain people that we loved and they didn't love us back. And they were like, just drop that. And a lot of times we pray for certain things, and he's like, why are you praying for something so small? It's like, remind me what Steve Harvey said that I watched on a video. I don't know if I shared that one or not, but it's like, no, I seen it was like a motivational video where he says sometimes you pray for certain things you ain't even got to pray for. God wants you to stop being mediocre about certain things you can do without even asking God for. He wants you to do something that's out of your hands. So it got to be up to him to be able to create this, or just being able to place you on a path to, greatness and righteousness, just to be able to create this for you. Because you never know, he may have brought that to you just for you to be able to get into that vibe of aligning yourself with that. Because sometimes you'll say something, just like you can say something very embarrassing. You can say something very positive, like, where the heck did that come from? Or, you may hear it, or you read into it. It's like, especially if you're the type of person that read, different angel numbers on where is it guiding you to? What are they trying to tell him, trying to lead to tell me? And these are the things they'll tell you, they may want you to speed up doing certain things. They want you to get out your comfort zone and be able to, go that extra mile. Don't do just enough just to say you did it, but just really go all the way out and give yourself, just to see how you're doing it. Do something that really scares you, and do things that you haven't, try something different, and all those different things that we have to do, and it's like on a day-to-day basis. When it comes to me, it's a day-to-day basis, because there are a lot of different things that I need to do, or I have done, that really step me out of my comfort zone. Different things that I feared to do, and just allow myself to do it. And a lot of times we try to understand, why does God always want us to do things we fear? Because they really want to see where your power is really instilled at. Because a lot of times if we do if it's, remedial or not remedial, but it goes into that repetition of you doing it so much. You got used to that certain thing that you're not allowing yourself to step out, and do something different. Because I know it's like with me, if I do it too much, sometimes I lose interest on certain activities that I do. And I'm just like, I don't even find interest in that anymore. And or we place that vibration of fear that we may fail at certain things, so we just choose not to do it, and there's times that we just give up on things when we felt like we worked hard enough and we should have had, and all that. And it's just like, and you just never know. You could be giving right. You can give up right when you about to get that, and the only person you can blame is yourself. And it's just like so many different things is showing you where you have to climb. And it's just like, even where I'm at right now, I'm not where I want to be at. I see where certain reasons why they made me cut off certain people, or they walked away from me, and I had to appreciate that. Or I walked away from other people, my interests changed, just the vibration changed. You can even tell, a lot of times we get aggravated when we don't see it, but it's just like, universe and God will do you a solid by bringing somebody in your life that is chose to stay the same. And you come back into, they come back into your life, and you be like, oh, what happened? What happened to you? I'm like, no, I need to ask you, why are you still like that? And there's some people that get comfortable with being comfortable on just staying exactly where that's at. But you don't have that choice in the matter, because you're here to create something different. Where, we're hybrids that has been talked about, but hasn't yet been created. We're getting created and being formed through the situations that we constantly have to go through, the different directions and the peaks that we're allowing ourselves to get to, and create another challenge. You become your own challenge when you say, you know what, yeah, I did this yesterday, so why don't I go ahead and add another thing to it and do this tomorrow? And this is where universe is seeing, okay, now I see what they're doing. I see that they're allowing themselves to really step out of their comfortability and doing something different for a change, allowing themselves to help others, even when it is hard for them to help themselves. I be getting mad. Like I said, I'm tired of y'all asking me to help people. And my life is like this, and this, and that. But then when I allowed myself that, I knew it wasn't speaking from my higher self. It was speaking through wounds. It was speaking through ego. It was speaking through pain, like me. And it's just like, we trying to get you out of that, even though we understand why you feel that way and you have every right to. But this is where, when you're helping other people and you communicate and you project something positive to somebody, even uplifting, you can even say something very complimentary towards somebody. They may be dealing with somebody at home. They always want to point out the negative or always trying to shut them down. And you can see a person like, oh, those some nice shoes you got. Or, hey, I love your hair color. Or I like that outfit you have. And you don't know how that can really touch somebody. It could be something that small that can create something that big for that person, because you never know, how you would have touched them in that positive way that they're not used to getting, and these are the things where you find out, because a lot of times we can be lost in transition and translation, everything like that, just be lost. And we talk to somebody and you end up projecting something out for everybody. It's just like with us empaths, we can be clueless to our own lives. And we connect with somebody else and say something. We got antidotes and, remedies for everybody else. And then when it comes to our own situation, we act plumb dumb sometimes, or it's not saying that you're dumb, but then we get ignorant to the point we don't see our own situation or our own faults or own issues or whatever. And then we say something, it's like, did you tell me that just to hear myself say it so I know my answer for myself? You're learning. You picked it up. Go ahead. And and you'll be like, dang, this is what they brought me to. And you just don't know. You're helping somebody else as you're helping yourself. And there's different times where I got to beat to myself. And I tell people real quick, not every day is positive for me, but ain't every day is bad either, and there's a lot of times where I have to be it to myself to, really get myself together, but I don't want to be coming up on here and trying to act like everything is okay and trying to say, oh, this and this and this and that. And it's just like with us nosy ass daggone empaths, we can sniff that out like, Roslynn, what's wrong? Stop sniffing so much. Can you let me just try to pretend to have a positive day and leave me alone? Okay, I'm just really trying to project something out to you, and I'm trying to, hopefully I'll find my way to back to my positivity instead of you just calling me out on it. But that's what we do. That's why I be telling people, no, I got hit up like that twice. Like, Roslynn, you okay? I'm fine. And, and it was just trying to push that out. But see, it was me numbing and dumbing that down to myself when I had to really just pause. Like, you can't be good to other people. You're going to lead them to something that's going to be very detrimental to their life. Don't take that time out for yourself, okay? Get yourself right and then come back. And those are the things that I really appreciate, because I can be vulnerable like that. I can be very transparent. I'll tell people real quick, look, I got a lot of stuff going on and I know you really need an answer right now, but I will make your life more harm than good. Let me get back to you. I'm going to say a prayer for you, but I can't communicate with you until I get right with myself. I can't be right with you if I can't get right with myself. And a lot of people tell me, Roslynn, I respect your honesty. And it's just like, I'm not trying to ignore you, but there's times where I have to be to myself. There's times where I need all my attention for me. And it's hard for me to say no at times. It's hard for me to ignore, but there's a lot of times you have to be okay with shutting things down so you can focus on yourself, because a lot of times we've done where we pushed ourselves aside. We played second to our own lives, and we helped out people that wouldn't even put us, they wouldn't even put us in a certain numerical order. They would just put us like, look, if I need you and it's a convenience, then I'm gonna holler at you, but I need you to put me first. Everything that's, everything about me is main priority, but with you is not. So you just go on with that. You have to deal with things like that. But these situations is showing you, through those hard times, something good is going to come out of that. And you have to be able to keep telling yourself, if, God and universe got me still going, or, if I'm still waking up today, even though I may feel like crap, I may still be in my feelings right now, maybe still a little bitter and it's hard for me to get better, there must be something that's going to take place for me that's going to allow me to understand why he made me go this route, why he made time so hard for me, why he always wanted me to stay consistent when it felt like he wasn't consistent to me, why he wanted me to go help other people when it felt like my prayers weren't being answered. And those are the things he wants you to do. He wants you to get to that climb. He wants you to get that muscle, gain that, that repetition of being consistent about that. And then when you're getting up there, it's like forming muscles, and being able to crawl. And you got to crawl before you walk, and there's a lot of people that's just okay with staying in that crawling stage. You can't force nobody to do anything they don't want to do, and a lot of times us as empaths feel like we got to be savior to other people. We got to be a messiah to everybody. No, you have to give that tool of a seed. And they have to heal themselves, because there are certain things people are like, hey, I need you to pray for me. Hey, I need you to assist me. There are certain things that they got to do on their own. You adding yourself to it going to create that, whatever their issue is going to become your issue too. And you already got enough issues. You don't need somebody else's on top of that. Because there's a lot of times where I had to back away from people. I'm like, see, you creating a whole hailstorm for you, and I just got out of my own. I ain't there's certain things I'm very selfish with, and I'm not about to join that daggone club with you. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna let God work with you, because I can't do nothing like that, because he'll tell you to stand clear and out the way. There are certain things that are very karmic that folks got to be able to maneuver in between that, so they can understand. Yeah, they may be mad that you did that, but they're going to be, as soon as you find out the reason why you had to go through certain situations on your own, they're going to do it as well, and then it'll become clearer why they had to go through that. Certain people, they learn from them lessons of experience, and try their hardest not to take it personal, or you get to that mode where you no longer take it personal, but you truly appreciate it. I used to get mad, when I used to help people out, and this is in return, they stabbed me in my back. There was so many people that did that. But then it showed me, don't be mad at them. They're not used to people like you, and a lot of time people try to understand you are a genuine person. And if you have been used to somebody that's always been taking from that person, or they're manipulating things, or they try to control a certain person, when you come in where you have no kind of motive, no hidden intuitions, they're going to put you in that same category with them other folks that took advantage of them. And it's already going to scare them, because they ain't used to a person like you, because they trying to figure out like where is this gonna come out at, where you gonna steal from me or put me in a situation that's gonna really mess me up. And you just want to be that person's friend because you felt that, but there's a lot of times that people aren't used to genuine people like you, and so they put you in that. And by the time they realize that you were that blessing that they were sent, they already done blocked the blessing, because they don't put you in a situation right along with people that didn't care about them, or they did some doggish stuff to you, or they had that jealous spirit and blocked their own blessings that they were about to receive in a big way because of the situations the choices they made. Everybody has to understand choices carry consequences. It can be very good, or it can be very bad, or it can be way to that point where you don't put yourself in a whole hell horde of a purgatory that you ain't gonna be able to get yourself out of. But those are the things you're going to understand why things had to come so hard for you. We are all breaking karmic cycles and generational curses. Ain't nothing going to come easy for us. It's not. And when you finally get it, you going to understand why it didn't come easy for you. You're going to be making a dent in the whole geographical program of your ancestors. And there's a lot of them that is just rooting for you. They're just going through celebration. They're preparing the celebration because they see how a lot of times you got to use that anger that you do when you want to lash out on somebody or fight or do something worse, and use that to stay productive, stay consistent with your own vision that you're being blessed with. You have to be able to do that. A lot of times you got to do them psychological trips on your own self. I got to tell people, I tell people that a lot. You've been with me for a lot. You hear me say that a lot. There's times where there are so many people making dibs on making sure that you don't get to your destination. There's a lot of people that do, change of hands to place certain things on you to keep you in a vibration of suffering and stagnation. There's a lot of people that didn't believe in their daggone dreams, and they see that you creating your own. Like, you told them one and you creating something else that's better than the one that you were telling about. And they know they can't benefit off of it. So when folks ain't got nothing to lose, they have no problem with trying to wreck shop and making sure you don't get it either. Or they trying to profit from it. So a lot of times when you on that verge of wanting to give up, you think about all those people that came into your life and did some very foul things to you. Well, you gave them no reason to. You don't have to. Just because the way you move and that energy you have, it disturbs their lives. They've created you as the villain, but you're the superhero, and it's okay. You be that, it'll be all right. A lot of times you have to be okay with the lies that they done told another person about you. It's okay. You always, when you know you moving for yourself and you moving for the righteous and you moving for God, and you creating something that's going to bloom into something blossom that you didn't expect, you always going to be a bad person that they want other people to see. They want you to be seen like they want to see you, because there's something about you. They're a dream killer. They're a joy snatcher. They're a culture crook. They don't like stuff like that. So when you're creating something good for yourself, there's always going to be somebody that is placing your name in the mud over something because they can't manipulate. They couldn't get into that. They're going to be in the nosebleed section. They're going to watch you. Because God is like that type of person. If they watch you while you suffer, they're going to watch you while you're getting blessed. And you're going to appreciate every person. You're going to appreciate every person that came into your life. You're going to appreciate every situation that you have encountered that done knocked you down, done felt like it just ripped you a whole new one, or just ripped the daggone rug from up under you. You're going to appreciate that. You're going to go towards those climbs and see what beautiful view you have. And then you're going to cry tears of joy because you don't know how you made it this far. God carries us a lot of ways, and we don't realize that until we get to where we're getting. It is all about who protected us, who looked over us, who guided us in certain situations, who put blocks up when people was trying to aim you into enemy lines of a territory to take you all the way out. And you're going to understand why things came hard for you, why certain things you had to give that extra for, because you're creating something that is going to carry over a legacy, and you're going to be remembered. You're probably going to be in books, most likely you're going to be in books, and you're going to create your own history in life. And that's the reason why things come that way, because that means when you finally get to where you are, you're never going to take things for granted. You're going to add extra to your life every time. When you feel like you don't hit one milestone, you probably add 5 more to go against, to add more to that. And that's where universe and God is peeping at, because they already know you're going to do that before you even do it. But you had to go through these situations to remind you of that. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. I hope y'all had a peaceful Monday. And like I said before on my last video and the one before that, I will be having Heyokas support at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's just to be able to talk about different things that you may be having issues with. Please let them be positive, not no stupid stuff. I ain't got time for trolls, because I'm not going to respond to you. I'm going to just block you and keep moving. But it's just all about, just helping you out on trying to see different things, or even you can add to it just by, if somebody going through different struggles and stuff like that, because this is around Christmas time. There's a lot of things that is like family oriented that people really don't have that family to be oriented with. So there's a lot of different things people are struggling around, and just being able to create that spiritual stillness within everybody is a beautiful blessing that really needs to be carried on. And just being able to help people the way you possibly can. You can go ahead and drop down a subject if you want me to talk about it in a video, or if you want me to talk about it in chat, because I love to interact, with my soul fam like that. We always have a good time when I do chat and stuff like that. I know I ain't did chat in a minute, but I'm getting back in the program. These last couple of daggone changes done hit me deep, so I had to step back. So, but I hope you were able to resonate with the content in this video, y'all. Give a post notification shout out to Vi, much love to you, Jennifer Cheney as well, Val Stover and Annie I. And Eugene Bliss, the road to happiness. Much love to you as well. And I much love. If you're new to the channel, please, subscribe. And I appreciate it. A lot of people have been subscribing, and it's getting up there. So I really do appreciate the support that y'all are constantly giving me. I'll leave all my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking. It's just like people don't feel comfortable with talking about whatever they got to talk about here. They always hit me up on one-on-one, and I try my best to be able to help out. And whatever we speak on is confidential. So I can, be able to help you out, the best way I possibly can. If the universe feels that, that I can be able to do that. So, and as well as my link to my podcast, as well on Spotify. So you'll be able to see me later on tonight. Like I said, it's, what is it? Almost 2. Yeah, it's 2 hours away. What is it? Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry, y'all. And y'all will see me on my next video. Much love to you. Peace.